What you gotta spend your runestones on? Those of you that got your dragons battle or got in on the dragons battle while the getting in was good. I was on vacation for the last 6 days. We just got home today. I've been thinking about making this video for a few days. I should have made it before I went on vacation. But from the dragons battle last event, I think I bought 12 packages and used all the canes, or I bought the packages before they nerfed it to one a day. I think it was 12 packages I got. But I got something like 300,000 runestones. I'm gonna show you what I did with the runestones. Oh, you know what? I forgot about something. I did the runestones of Freja and Eldon because I'm gonna set up. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I fully did the runestones or the specialties of Freja and Eldon. But what I did with all the other runestones is every single one of these generals that has the orange. This is the second to last rank because you get for the second to last rank, you get more than half of the total attributes. So this is 20%. This is minus 20% to both of those. You get 12% minus 12%. This video is only going to help you out if you haven't spent your runestones yet, and you have as many generals needing runestones as I did. But the last rank's 8,000 runestones. Then the second to last rank's only 3,000, and the one before that's 1,000. So it's like, what is it, 500 runestones, then 1,000, then 3,000? It's something like that. But you get more than half. You get more than half of the total stats, and then the 3,000, 1,300, it's 4,300. You get more than half the stats for like 1/3 of what the total runestones would be to max it out. So on all these generals, between my subsidy, I do my subsidies first because they came out with that third keep officer. I was like, oh shit, none of these are safe to max out. But I'm gonna show all my subs, every single one that's orange. I brought them from green to orange. So 2 of them there, 3, 4, 5. 5 subsidy generals from green to orange. So at the green level, you get for free just as soon as you max the first 3 specialties, you get the green level for free, right? It's like 1% or something. So this maxes out at negative 10% and negative 30%. But I got 6% and 18% for only what, 4,500 runestones. And also I didn't have to choose to which general I wanted to max out. All these guys have different varying stats, right? So I kind of mixed it up. Instead of what I had been doing. I just had so many runestones, so I had to be smart about it. So I got all these to their second to last rank. What I had been doing before is maxing them out. As you can see, I have Zizka and Gilgamesh fully done, and Nordic Barbarian King fully done. And then on my subsidy generals, all the ones in here that are orange, I got those up to orange as well. So the stables officer, archer tower officer, I didn't do Ashoka obviously. Archer camp officer, hospital officer, they've only ever had one of. He's still reasonably hard to get. You can only get him so many places. Academy Officer, and after I did the Academy Officer, I was like, oh crap, if they came out with a third Keep Officer, Academy Officer probably be next on the list. I wish I didn't use those Runestones now. Yeah, so all the ones that are orange, I got them from green to orange. So what was it? It was, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and I think there was 5 Sub-City Generals as well, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 5. So I got 10 generals to their second to last rank. Plus I got Freja and Eldon completely ranked up in their specialties, because I'm going to use them as reinforcement marches or marches to hold buildings. So I got Freja. I mean, look at that stats on that third specialty. I mean, look at those stats. The third specialty 1 through 3 are regular stats. Look at that fourth one. I mean, if you combine that fourth one, the stats of that fourth one, with just their main base skill, I mean, this got ground troops defense and hit points by 50%, and then it's got ground troops attack and defense again by 40%. So you get 90% defense. So I got Freja, and I got to figure out what gear I'm putting on them. I don't think Eldon is no gear. But look at this one. Very similar stats, right? It's weird that its best stuff is range troops, but it's a siege general. Expert at leading siege machines. But its main stats is range troops and siege machines, defense and hit points, and then range troops attack. But then, like, the specialties all range troops. She ain't no expert at leading siege machines. What's this? She's an expert at range troops. All range troops. March size and range troops. And range troops and range troops. Siege machines? What you talking about, son? She only got one goddamn stat for siege machines. She only got one god. She got siege machine defense of 35%. But yeah, I'm doing what I found out to lock down buildings. People can rally buildings, but the lockdowns of buildings. Mostly I'm doing solo attacks. People aren't rallying to do my stuff. What I found out that works really well is a range troop and ground troop combination. So you use one range general and one ground general. And so that's what I'm going to use. One of these is range and one is ground. Now I'm not going to use them together. I'm going to use one with I'm going to use Freja with one of my, range generals that's while leading the army. And then I'm going to use Eldon with one of my ground generals that's while leading the army. So I'm going to use, for example, I'm going to use Eldon with Pirhus, and then I'm going to use Freja with Godfrey of Bullion. Godfrey is actually pretty GG. His fourth covenant is defending range troop stats. I haven't done the last two. I didn't do the last two because they're in city, and so it suggests that he would be a good wall general for ranged. So you don't get these covenant stones so easily. If one day they come out with covenants for everybody, you're gonna want those covenant stones because there's gonna be a whole lot of these golden ones you want that are in effect all the time. Like if they came up with covenants for everybody, and every single epic historic general has 2 of these that are on all the time, like any of them that have, you're going to want to get any of them that have something like this, range troop and siege machine attack. You're going to want to look through every single general, summon with the fragments, all the generals that you don't have one of them up, and look, because there's only so many covenant stones. There's 50 covenant stones, so it's 150 just to get down to that on one, right? I don't know if they'll. You think they'll ever do that? I mean, the covenant's been out for how long? Like 3 months, right? At least 3 months, 4 months. I mean, they were out when the Napoleon event came out, and they had the Gunther event. They only do one of those events with the pairing generals like once every 3 months. So it's 3 months between those two. It's been another month, and I don't know how long it was before Napoleon they came out with covenants. But it's been at least 4 months. So I've wasted some covenant stones. I mean, I'm utilizing them now. Maybe they never come out with covenants for everybody else. You know, it's kind of strange. The covenants are out, and then you got this Hera. Hera ain't got no covenant. Maybe they're trying to figure out what stats they're going to put on the duty officer generals and the subsidy generals. Who else came out in the cake that was new? There was someone else that came out in the cake that was new since they've had covenants. Guinevere, she was pretty new. Ono no Imoko? I don't know how old he is. I think Guinevere was the most recent or the newest warehouse officer. She ain't got no covenant. But this just feels bad. I mean, those officer general chests is the only way you could get Ashoka. I would have used 4 officer general chests on Ashoka. Now Hera with no ascension, she's just better. I mean, I could level her up just to use the construction speed, because Ashoka ain't got no construction speed. Or what's Ashoka got? Ashoka's got. See, I got debuff. Oh, I got the wrong debuff skill book on her. That's for barracks officer only. That's for the keep officer. That's for the keep officer. Level 3. I got defending troop hit points and defending troop defense, 3%. Got construction speed there, construction speed there. Well, that's 10% and that's 1%. That's 11%. She ain't got none here. You don't get any until the 3rd ascension. What's Hera got? Hera's got 15% construction speed here. Yeah, 15%. She's got all troops attack and defense. So that's in city and when attacking. That's pretty huge. And I think her specialty, I think this one gives more than just 10% construction speed. I think this gives 20. That's 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You get 20 and you get construction speed again here. Yeah, you probably only get like 10% more. Or no, it's going to be 15. 15% more. So you get 20 and 15. So you get 35% construction speed. Plus her base skill. That's 50% construction speed. And then she gets another 10% on the 3rd ascension. And 20% on the last one. What are they going to do? Are they going to upgrade the officer general chests at some point and replace the officers? I mean, what method are they going to give people to ascend Hera? I just don't get it. Don't make any goddamn sense. How much you had to spend. I mean, the only way you get the Officer General chest, the regular method, up until they came out with the 3-day events. Up until they came out with the 3-day events, where you got these stockpile tickets, you had to spend more than a full cake to get one Officer General chest. And then if you spent an absurd amount of money with no double down coupons, you had to spend like another $2,000 with no double down coupons, and you get a second Officer General chest. And then the only other way to get it was where you just spend 50 Galaxy coins on one. But that Officer General chest is a little bit different. It's got one different general in there. Let's go look at it. No one noticed this. You can get the Siege Machine General. What is it, Glory Shop? Yeah, go to All-Star Shop. This Officer General chest. You can get Mikhail Kutuzov and Hammurabi. You can't get either of those in the regular Officer General chest. Mikhail and Hammurabi. Do I have an Officer General chest right now I can look at? I think I used mine. Or that's a Mayor optional chest for Darius 1. Yeah, Darius 1. But yeah, those two Officer General chests have the exact same name, but they vary a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. It costs so dang much money to get the Officer General chest. I mean, there's probably a ton of people that just recently got Ashoka or hadn't even gotten Ashoka yet. You know, I'm not too surprised because when they came out with all those second versions of the duty officers that already had an original version, I wasn't that impressed with how much better they were. Maybe that's what they did. Maybe somebody in the company looked at it. They're like, hey, these are the new versions of the duty officers versus the old ones. These aren't that much better. Look how much harder they are. Instead of coming up with an upgrade or making their stats better, so people still want to get them. They're like, no, let's just come up with a third version of all of them. Let's just come up with a third version of all of them. Start with the Keep Officer, then the next one will probably be the Academy. Then it's gonna be your 4 troop buildings. God damn. You know how much I spent on one of those Trial of Night packs or Trial of Nights, or is the Glory pack? It was either the Trial of Night packs or it was the Journey to Glory packs. These have a random chest, right? It wasn't this chest, but it was a previous version. It had like 4 generals in it I needed. I got super lucky. And I got enough copies of this dude to 3-star him. I even got one more copy of it. Got 30 frags there. I was so happy about that. But they're just gonna come out with a new version. They're gonna come up with a new goddamn version. God damn, I max this dude's specialties. I maxed this guy's specialties. I shouldn't have done it. God damn. Third version of the duty officers? The only way I didn't get wrecked, this is the only good thing about it. I never put anything into the new rally spot officer. That's the only good thing about the situation. I still use Toyotomi. I haven't fully ascended him. I got to I got to I got to do the tavern. I mean, if you compare Toyotomi fully ascended, well, I don't even know how you would fully ascend Zhang Liang. He's from the Officer General chest. But like the march size capacity that you get from Zhang Liang is like 2% more or something. I think that's what it is. I think it's 2% more. That's all you get. It ain't much better. If you're gonna charge multiple thousands more just to get one of them at a time, one of these officers at a time. I mean, people still want to get their first copy of the new. Now imagine if they come out with a second version of the duty officers that never had a first version. Like they get a whole event for Trivia Hakat. That the event's going on right now. I can bring her to 2 stars. Are they going to come up with a new, when they get a whole event for her, are they going to come out with a second version of a Holy Palace officer? Her specialties are pretty good. Yeah, I maxed her specialty. Her specialties are pretty good. All the duty officers that didn't have an original version, all their specialties are pretty good. I had maxed a bunch of theirs earlier. So Trivia Hakat, Guinevere, Ono no Omoko, Clovis, Justinian I, Stephen the Great. All their specialties are pretty good. Heraclius is really good, right? Yeah. Enemy troop hit points minus 30%. Woo! That's real good. That might be the best one. That's probably the best one. But I don't even know how are you gonna send this guy? How are you gonna send this guy anymore? I don't even know how you get more copies of him. They might have had him in a cake again once or something. I don't know. But it don't make no goddamn sense. Why would they come up with a third version of duty officers? People are still spending, working towards ascending the second version. That must have been what it was. Someone in the company saw the newer versions compared to the original versions and were like, these newer versions aren't worth spending on. That's why people aren't spending. These newer versions suck. Let's come up with a third version. God damn. It might be what it is. I think what I'm gonna do when I get more officer general chests, I'm just gonna save them up. I'm gonna save them up. I'm not gonna use them. I'm not gonna use them. They might just come up with an update one day like they did with the the generals that you can get from the glory packs. We're replacing these generals. These generals are staying. That might be what they do. I mean, you're going to spend a lot of money to get one of those officer general chests. They can't be having generals, and then the people don't want to spend money to obtain because there's better ones. It's not like you get them fast. You can do a whole cake, and then you buy 2 more packages after that. I think that's what it is. You do a whole cake, and you buy, it's either 2 or 3 more packs you have to buy after the cake. You get an officer general chest. It's like, oh, thank you very much, so kind. And then you can get them from the cheapest way to get them. Not that they're even worth obtaining anymore. The cheapest way to get them is you get those stockpile tickets. You do one purchase a day for each of the 3 days of the 3-day events. And after doing that 3 times, you can get an Officer General chest. And that would have cost you 900 instead of 22 or 2300. That's what you got to do. It's what you got to do. And then you just bank them. Just bank those Officer General chests. Don't use them. Don't use them. Next thing you know, third version of Academy Officer. Oh shit. Third version of Stables Officer, much better. Just the base copy is just better than 3 red stars. Never mind obtaining them and using Officer General chests. Now you've wasted 13,000 immortal runestones as well. It gets even worse. God damn. God damn. Well, I carried on for a little bit. I just want to make a video about what I did with my runestones. And yeah, I wish I made this video before I went on vacation. Because if you're anything like me, as soon as you get those materials and those resources and you can get those upgrades to use them. Well, that's what I did. All these generals that got that orange, they were at green before, and I made them orange. 5 subsidies, 5 duty officers. I did the subsidies first because, I mean, I still have Yeon Gasserman and Harold. I still have 2 subsidy generals that I'm going to be replacing soon. So I feel like putting the runestones on my subsidy general. I mean, they would have to come up with 3 new subsidy generals before I'd even contemplate replacing, upgrading one of the ones I put runestones into. Missing Narcissus. I'll probably swap out Harold or Yeon. I don't know. Yeon kind of sucks, right? I don't know. I got to look at my stats and some battle reports and see what I'm low on debuffing. I'm gonna put Narcissus in here. Well, I'm gonna get 1 copy of him this event, but I'm gonna wait to put Narcissus in until I get him 1 red star. So I'll get Narcissus tomorrow. There's one other time where I could have got 1 copy. You can get 1 copy of Narcissus in this Revelation of Horus event in the redeem section. Oh, hold on a second. Let me go to the quest. So I wasn't playing. I was on vacation the last 5 days. So I didn't even have ranks in any of them. I couldn't see the event on my phone. Miraculously, I came in 7th. I was just doing my daily activity. Oh, Levy Gold. Yeah, I came in 2nd today. I was right on the minute. As soon as it started, I was clicking that thing, and it was giving me the warning sign on my screen. I was clicking it, taxing those resources. I came in 2nd. Well, 1 person beat me. Damn. Oh, he came in 1st on this day too, so he's got the list. He's got the list. He knows what the event means. I'll be ready tomorrow to try to beat him. It's actually pretty good rewards coming in. I mean, 2nd. I got some decent rewards. I got like 88. I got 80 8-hour speed ups. Pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a couple dozen days of speed ups. Not bad. But yeah, you can get 1 copy of Narcissus. Yeah, Narcissus. I only need 800. So tomorrow I just need to get one of these 20. I think these are the 20 dollar packs. I think they were $19.99. Yeah, so I just need to get one of those. I can get Narcissus. And there's one other time that you could get You can get one copy of Narcissus, but I didn't get him. If I got him that time, I'd be able to one red star him. But I'm just gonna hold on to that copy of him until, or I might level him up, stick him on a subsidy jet, on a subsidy level him up. But yeah, yes, yes. All right, that's all I want to talk about in this video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Shutting this puppy down.